Day 10. Not much has changed really. We are still trying to get to Galapagos. Currents keep pushing us north, so we keep going off course and missing the current that we want to be in, which is the south equatorial current. Happy faces all round.
Well, at least we're moving today. 270 miles to go to Galapagos. So we're going to go back maybe later this morning. Hopefully it sucks. It'll be nice.
Well, the end to the Galapagos
To the
trip.
Galapagos, yeah. The start of the next part. So we've done we've done 900 miles now. We've got a presence on deck this morning.
Right. Well, lucky the boys' hatch is closed. He's tiny.
One of many things we find. The squid or flying fish.
Feed him to one of the birds. He looks dried already.
Yeah. So we'll send more.
Although it was much colder than we expected, we were happy to be making progress in a relatively good sea state and good wind.
It's a very tired crew, all feeling slightly sick after watching stuff on the iPad or doing school on the iPad. So they needed a breath of fresh air. Okay, Claire's just come up on deck to call me. She's been interrupted on bed, or in bed rather. Oh, luckily it's a bit of a mix down there. Oh my word, look at that. There's a squid.
Luckily, he did not decide to spray ink all over the cabin after I flicked him off my chest. Ugh.
You're allowed to smile. Oh wow. Making nachos at 7 knots. Has it been easy?
Yeah, it's easier than most things.
There's the water trying to stay in the sink. What a view. Okay, 13th of July. We've got 20 knots of wind blowing up to maybe 25 at most. We've got the Genoa slightly reefed, the main has got one reef in it, and we are doing 7 knots, 7.5 knots, sometimes 8 knots. And we are about 100 miles away from the islands of the Galapagos, and we're going to sail straight through them. So tomorrow morning sometime we will see them, and then we're going to carry on from there. Also see a squall on the horizon there. There's one off to our port side here. Some blue sky behind us. So it's a real mixed bag of sailing at the moment. We're reefing the sails, we're letting them in, we're letting them out, we're doing all sorts of things. Found a lot of squid on deck again this morning, one right up here. So we've got to be careful at night when we're doing watch so we don't get hit by one of those. But otherwise, all is well.
As we got closer to the Galapagos Islands, we seemed to get more and more squid on the deck. Sitting at the helm station at night started to get dangerous. These squid could really jump pretty high. Our record was 14 squid and 1 flying fish in one night.
Back up to our electronic charts, we also have hundreds of paper charts on board. When on long passages, it's important to plot our position daily in case we have a problem with our electronic charts. At least we will know where in the ocean we are. It will also allow us to navigate towards our destination without the use of technology.
So we were just taking a reef out of the main, and we noticed that the main halyard had been chafing, so Sean's just cutting that off and redoing it. The chafe point. Luckily, he spotted it. That wouldn't have had long to go, I don't think. Sean cut off the compromised section of rope and resecured it to the shackle.
Look how nice I made it before we left.
Really? Get more chafe. We haven't had much chafe. We haven't had any chafe until now.
What are we having?
Hey!
Yeah, we've convinced Claire to bake a cake because we've arrived in the Galapagos after quite a horrible sail. And we're also going to depart from the Galapagos today or tomorrow morning. We're sailing straight through the islands, so we're going to have a little celebration. Yeah, we won't see them, although it's clearing up. That's what I want to show everybody. We have blue sky, which we haven't had it for a few days now. And we've got a reasonable wind. It is blowing 13 knots. And we're doing 7 knots, 7.5 knots. So we're now having a reasonably good sail. The only thing is that the main is just not staying full at the moment. When we come off a wave, although that looks alright now. But oh, there we go, look, you can see how it slams now. So we may want to take that down just to protect it. So we are super happy. At last we actually having a decent sail. We got some nice weather for today at least, and hopefully it stays like this tonight. We can look at the stars again. But yeah, relief to be out of that first phase of this journey. We did 1,200 miles to get to the Galapagos, and it was pretty unpleasant into the wind and into the current, into the waves. So not the best point of sail for a catamaran. But we're through that now, and it sounds like things only get better from here. We've got friends ahead of us, and it all sounds good ahead. So we're just going to try and carry on making our way to the Marquesas. So here's to a beautiful sail today, and here's to another good one tomorrow, hopefully.
The perils of baking at sea. Not sure if you can see my cake moving around in there. Hopefully the waves will keep it in its bowl and it won't spill out. Oh. Anyway, we shall see. Washing day? Well, washing night. We've been putting the washing machine on at night when the generator goes on. So we make water during the day and then put the washing machine on at night and then hang it up in the morning. I have a load of washing to do. Dozens of loads.
What are you doing there?
Just changing the time.
Okay, have you looked at what the time is now? So you know how far back it's going to go?
An hour.
An hour back, exactly. So look where the minute hand is. You see, end up in the same place.
So this just needs to be.
Okay, we've just gone back an hour. And Nathan's updated the clock. Wow.
My glass, no?
What a spread, Mommy. Well done. Oh. Okay, what are we celebrating here, guys? It's a special day.
It's Nathan's birthday.
It's Nathan's birthday. So we're still at sea in September. It's been a long passage. What's happening today?
Equator. We're crossing the equator.
Okay, so Claire's laid on this amazing spread. And we're going to sit down and enjoy this, and later today in 3 or 4 hours we cross the equator, which will be pretty exciting, and then we're in the southern hemisphere.
Woohoo! We're going to put one hole on one side and one hole on the other.
Hey. Cheers, everybody. Here's to a special day.
It's Nathan's birthday.
Nathan's birthday. Is that what you're taking?
Waiting for north over here on our latitude to change to south.
So we're 2 minutes north of the equator. We've got about another hour to go and we'll actually be crossing the equator. So we're getting ready for our ceremony as we cross the equator. Boys are exceptionally excited. So yeah, looking forward to it. Nathan seems to be actually helping me make my special brew over here, which is quite exciting.
I've added water.
You've added water, okay. So this is going to be
And
nice
my
to the
olive
mix.
tip.
And we're having a beautiful day out here, blowing just over 10 knots, probably 11, 12 knots. And we finally got some beautiful weather. Well, I say beautiful weather, we got some sunlight shining through. We're having a great sail. Doing 8 knots. And we've got 13 knots of wind.
We get ready to start our countdown to cross the equator.
Very close to my favourite, yeah, it's 22. Favourite number!
Equator just in front of us.
Right.
17, 16,
You move your little foot there and I can sit on the corner.
15, 13,
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Let's go!
1, 0! Yay! We crossed the equator! Should we try and sail along it?
Yeah, let's put one hull on one side and one on the other.
That's going to be hard. I'll tell you what, it is not the hottest place in the world. This is
Right,
the people on the
today is a super important day. Okay, so congratulations Claire, Dylan and Nathan for crossing the equator under sail for the very first time in your lives, which is an awesome achievement. But tradition dictates that Neptune must make an appearance. And today I'm going to take on the role of Neptune as all three of you cross the equator today. Right, so before we start, Nathan, I need you to choose a number 1 or a number 2, please.
number 2.
Number 2. Okay. Right.
I labelled up an egg with the number 1 and a bottle of rum with the number 2.
On that note, what we're going to firstly do is, if you take this, put it on the table. And then, right, here we go. What we need to do is make an offering to Neptune, and that is traditionally done as a shot of rum. So Nathan, if you could pour Neptune a little bit of rum. He asked not to be too generous for some reason. He says just a little wee dram.
Not just a little wee drop.
Okay, don't do a brimmer because you've got to carry it. You've got to carry it. Don't do a brimmer. Stop, stop. Right. Now if we all go to the flag at the back there, we put this offering into the sea. Right. So all come to the flag at the back of the boat.
And what about me?
You're number 1, remember. Right. And what we've got to do is we've got to thank Neptune for keeping us safe, and we're going to ask him to look after us for all our future passages at sea, and for keeping us safe over all of these years. It's been over 2 years now and we're still together on this boat sailing safely. So to Neptune, a big thank you from everybody. Thank you, Neptune, and it goes.
And Makara.
And Makara. Right. And Mommy.
And the music is listening.
And Neptune. Okay. So now the next part of the ceremony begins. So we'll start with Mommy. Yeah, maybe Nathan. Don't stand on it. Mommy, if you come and stand over here.
Yeah, well, that's not one.
Yeah. So, Mommy, a huge congratulations for crossing the equator. What's an achievement from Neptune? You can't push Neptune away. There we go.
You got a Cheerio!
Right. You got a Cheerio. Okay. All right. Turn around, please.
No!
Well done. Oh, there's some squid. I knew he was in here somewhere. Oh, congratulations, Nathan Taylor, for crossing the equator. Excellent job. Shorts on. Dylan Taylor, congratulations for crossing the equator. Neptune is very proud of you. And as you are number 2, please face forwards.
Me?
Yes.
There's a Cheerio.
No, please face that way. Please face that way.
No.
As here's number 2,
An egg?
a special treat. Right, well done everybody. You are now equator crossers. You want to do it again?
Yes!
What are you making? Bread? Or pizza? Sandwiches. Okay, well the good news is it looks like we may have one of our first clear nights in a while. So let's go and take a look at what we got. Got some blue sky. The weather's actually calmed down a little bit. So it's dropped by 5 knots. So we've got about 15 knots of wind. The sea's looking a lot better. Right, so congratulations again everybody for crossing the equator. There's one important thing you need though going forwards, otherwise you suffer this again. Is a certificate that states that you crossed the equator. But you may have to show this in the future to get out of such an event should it require. And also if you want to be Neptune, you may be asked to provide this piece of paper. Mine is stored safely at the storage facility in Weybridge. No. So, Mummy, congratulations. You can have a look at them.
Did you mark off where we did it?
Yes, exactly. Little cross there on the equator line.
I want the longitudinal.
Ah, you never happy, you lot. Okay, next up is Nathan Taylor. Do we have a Nathan Taylor here?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Nathan. Right, you need to look after these. So we'll put these in our sailing folder so that you've got them laminated.
There's a shark in the water.
Yeah. Actually, I forgot to write in there. I was going to write, set the hook. But I forgot. It's a shark.
But still set the hook.
Yeah. And then, Dylan Taylor. Have we got a Dylan Taylor anywhere? No. All right. One black whale. Congratulations, my boy.
What have you got? Oh, Panama to one places. Oh, this is my favourite one. It's
You're quite artistic, eh?
Yeah, Mom. never knew you had this in you.
I outsourced it.
You outsourced it.
That means I've got somebody else to do it, but no, I didn't. Right, hold them. No. I did it as per the charts. Proper
really?
French spelling, yes.
Okay.
You don't think I'm going to check something like that? Right.
That's not how I've been spelling.
No, it's not how I've been spelling it, but I was looking at the chart and I thought, no, I'll do it like it's written on the chart. We don't have enough light here, really. So this is all going to be in darkness. Alright, can you hold your certificates up? Alright, well done guys! Here's to crossing the equator! Congratulations!